Hello everyone, welcome to Skillify.
Yeah, in the previous class, we have discussed till logical operators. There are two more operators in Python. The next thing is membership operators. Membership operators. We are having two functions in membership operators. One is in and another one is not in. Actually, what is membership operators means it will return a true if a sequence with a specified value is present in an object. It will return true. It will return true if a sequence with the specific value is present in the object. Present in the object. This is for the membership operators. We can see some examples for this. First, I'm taking the variable A and it holds apple, comma, banana, two values. A is a variable which holds two values, apple and banana. Here I'm using membership operator. We are having two functions. One is in and the another one is not in. Here I'm using in. Just I'm printing apple in A. It means whether the apple element is present in a variable or not. If it is present, it will display a true. If it is not present, it will display a result as false. If it's actually the apple is present in A, so it will display the result as true. So if I'm giving some other values like cherry, so this will display the result as false because cherry is not in the variable A. So it will display the result as false. This is the use of in function, which is in membership operators. The next thing is not in. I'm taking the same example for not in function. So here I'm using apple not in A. So it means whether apple not in A. It is checking just vice versa of the in. So it will check A is not in the variable. Apple is not in the variable A. So it is a false condition. Apple is there in the variable A. So it will display the result as false. Because the actual thing is here we have mentioned as not in. If the given element is not in the variable A, it will give the result as true. If it is present, it will give the result as false. If I'm giving cherry here, cherry not in A, yes, the condition is true. Cherry element is not present in the A, so it will display the output as true. So this is for the membership operators. If the given values available in the variable, it will display the output as true in function. And it is vice versa for not in. If it is not available means it will display the result as true or else it will display the result as false. This is what the membership operators. The last one is identity operators. Actually, till now, we have used the elements which is present in the variables, a lot of variables. Here we are getting the memory location which the variable holds. So what this identity operator means, identity operators is also having two functions, is and is not. So actually what this identity operator means, the identity operator, each object holds a memory location identified by the unique ID. For example, first of all, each object has a memory location. Memory location using a identified using a unique key, unique ID. So every object which we are creating, that is a variable or object, it will hold some unique ID in Python. There is some memory location in Python which holds all of the values, variables, etc. In that memory location. In that memory location, it will automatically create a unique ID for each object. So here we will see some examples how identity operators is working. So here I am taking A is equal to 10 and B is equal to 10. I am giving same values for both the variables A and B. Just for getting the ID, you can use ID of function. So ID of function will display in the memory location where this A is present. So it will display the ID of A variable. And at the same time, I'm printing the ID for B variable. So while running this, I'm getting some ID, which is a system ID, system generated ID, which is in memory location. So here, automatically the Python code will generate a unique ID for both the variables A and B. So here we are having two IDs which holds the same ID. It is not a different IDs because both A and B has a same value. So the system takes the same memory. That is the same ID. So the both A and B has the same value. So it has the same ID. If I'm using identity operator here means, for example, print X is Y. If I'm running this code means, okay, sorry, A is B. So while running this code means we will get, yeah, true, both having a same ID. It not depends upon the values which we are having inside the variable. It completely depends upon the ID. So I'm giving another one example here. So if I'm having 20 here, so while running this, we are getting some ID for 10 and 20, but both are different because A holds 10, which is not a same value in B. A holds 10, but B holds 20. So this will create a different unique ID in the memory location. So while running the code in identity operators, it will display the result as false because both the ID is different. Identity operators is completely depends upon the ID which we are creating, which the system is created for the variables which we are generated. So here both the values have different values inside the variables. So the ID will generated and in a different way. So both the IDs are different for A and B. So it is displaying a result as false. This is what the basic of identity operators. So we'll see another one example here. Yeah, I'm creating a list having apple and banana, and B is equal to apple, comma, banana. So here I'm printing ID for both A and B. So while running this code, we will get some ID for both A and B. Both are different because here we are creating one list, here we are creating one list, but the values inside the list is same. So if I'm printing print A is B, means that output will be false because the ID which holds the two variables is completely different. But the values inside the variables is same. So identity operators is not depends upon the values inside the variables, it depends upon the ID of the variables. This is what the main difference in identity operators versus other operators. So this is the last topic in identity operators, and we'll use is not here. So I'm taking the same examples. Or is not, just I'm using not here. So A is not B. Whether the ID of the A is not in the ID of the B, yeah, yes, it is true. But the values inside the ID inside the A and B is same. But here we are giving is not condition. So it will display the result as false because both are having the same IDs. If I'm running this code, is not. So here the condition is true because both are holding different IDs. So in this case, the result will be true. This is what the identity operators. This is the last operators in Python, which we have discussed now. And in the next class, we will discuss about what are statements and looping, what are condition statements and looping statements.